Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wing. So I pulled an oracle card to see what the overall energy of this reading is, and it's Turtle Retreat. Stop trying to make something happen. Feels like there's something that you're wanting, something that you're desiring, and feels like you're trying to push through. Instead of what I'm perceiving is it's a timing thing. It's something where you follow and then there's a pause, and then it could be days, it could be weeks, and then the track becomes clear again, the path, and then you start up again. And so it feels like whatever this is that you're going for, something that you're going after, it's timing. It feels like a dance, and there's a need to collaborate and recognize that not only are the notes of a symphony important, but the rest, where there are not notes, are also important. That you're not just playing a solo instrument, that you are playing with the energies of a symphony, a band. And so there are times when you are pausing and not playing because other things need to happen before it's time for you to play and take action. Okay, so it looks like in the past, this type of energy brought up a lot of anxiety. It might be making you anxious again. It feels like it's got you believing that when you hit these points where you need to take a rest, a pause, you're getting in your head and allowing anxious thoughts to take over. Lies, deception, that something is going wrong, where it's just a pause. It's just a pause in the play. It does look like whatever is occurring is you walking away from something. It feels like you're walking away from some emotional attachments, something that's not quite up to snuff for you, something that doesn't have soul fulfillment. Feels like there's a level of comfort where you've been, but it's not fulfilling. It's surviving, but not thriving. And it feels like the universe is trying to get you to a spot where you could thrive, where you could really, really start creating what it is that you're wanting. But again, right now in these current energies, it looks like you might be getting in your head about whatever this is. Allowing, it's interesting. It feels like you're learning how to trust yourself, trust your desires. You're also having to let go of control. You can't control this. You can't force your way through and make it work. You're having to learn how to take pauses, how to believe that things are working for you, not against you, that this isn't a sign that everything is not going your way. It's just a pause. It's just a timing thing. And it does look like you're learning how to not poop the bed, how to not self-sabotage, how to not allow your fears. It feels like you've centered your fears in the past, and now you're learning how to work through your fears, to not allow fears to stop you. Yeah, there's a lot of emotions, hidden emotions coming up to be felt there's a lot of uncertainty. And it feels like in the past, this uncertainty made you just believe that everything's going to fall apart. And then it might have, because that's your belief. It looks like you're creating new beliefs. That uncertainty just means that you can't see all the things working in your favor. That just because you can't see the end doesn't mean that you aren't going to have success. It feels like you're really learning how to deal with not being able to see, not being able to feel, not trying to push things through, but trusting how to co-create with the universe. Wow. Wow. This is bringing up a lot of unhealed emotions from your past. There are a lot of emotions coming up, a lot of fears around emotions especially. And it looks like you're really wanting help. And there's this recognition that the people around you really aren't supportive, and or you don't know how to ask for help, emotional support. Feels like it has been your job to support others, like you've designated your role in relationships to be the one that helps, to the extent that you don't know how, when you need help, there's no one you've practiced to help you. Wow. Ooh, it feels like you're really feeling the lack of support in the closest relationships, even in the closest relationships. It feels like there's not feeling cared for, not feeling loved. And it looks like, there's this energy of, this feels familiar. No one's here. No one's helping me. I have to do this all alone. Yeah. And it feels like there's a lot of emotions that you have repressed that are coming up to be felt, to be dealt with. It feels very intense, and it feels important that you work through these emotions and accept where you are. It feels part of the process. It feels like before you move forward, you don't want to take these beliefs and these limiting beliefs about you moving forward. They're lies. They're not true. Have they been true in the past? Yes. Do you want those beliefs to move forward with you? No. So it looks like you're having to process and feel these feelings so you can release them and let go. Wow. All right. What's hidden? It's the Queen of Wands in reverse. Feels like you're having some self-confidence issues right now, not seeing your value and worth because you're in your emotions. There's a lot of water energy here. In the past, it was more communication. In present energy, it feels like it's hard for you to really communicate and see what the truth is when you're in your emotions like this. There's a level of comfort. It looks like you've been able to tolerate really deplorable environments. And it looks like you're a bit trapped where you are right now. You don't feel, it feels like I can't get out of this, out of my, boy, it's so interesting how this energy, it goes from retreat, needing some time out, taking a pause, and it feels like you're getting in your mind and your emotions and creating a lot of stories that aren't true about what's going on. It's a pause, it's a break as you work through these very important issues. Not putting fear, not allowing your fear to get the best of you, to learn how to have your emotions but not be your emotions, to not match and become your emotions, but be like, I'm having these difficult emotions. A lot of grief, shame is coming up, indecision, not knowing what to do, feeling like there's nobody here for me, that I have to do things all by myself, that I'm alone. It feels like allowing those feelings to come up and allow yourself to feel them, and then notice when they start dissipating. Those energies, if you feel them, they can't just keep continuing. You burn through them as you allow yourself to feel them. Wow. All right. What's the advice? What does the viewer need to know? The wheel of fortune is on your side. This is happening to clear up a great injustice. It does look like you have everything that you need to find your answers, to go within. You might be isolating right now, and that's working for you. It feels like it's really hard to find balance right now in your emotions and how you're in your perception, how you're thinking. And so just staying with your heart, Queen of Cups, just staying with what's rising, allowing yourself to feel what's happening without jumping to conclusions, to realize, this is a symphony playing out for me. Everything's happening as it should. So it feels like you're talking yourself off of a ledge. Feels like that's a little bit of what this reading is helping us do. Because the message here that I'm getting from Spirit is this is a symphony playing out, and you are moving forward and playing, and then you have maybe a couple minutes of rest, pause before you take up and you start joining in, and then pause. That this is happening for you. This is a dance. This is a symphony. This is timing. And while you're resting, you are taking care of very important things. You are feeling. You're not allowing fear to dictate how you're experiencing this. This is happening for you. This is what you've wanted. Trust, believe that you can create what you want. I feel like when you get to whatever the end of this symphony is, that you'll be able to understand and appreciate it. And it feels like your guides are suggesting not waiting until the end to enjoy the journey towards what you are creating. There's an opportunity here for more enjoyment, of understanding where you are and that everything is going right. This is happening for you. Discomfort does not equate tragedy or something going wrong. Sometimes discomfort is preparing us, is creating space for something that we would prefer to come in. And it feels like you're clearing a lot of fears and unfelt emotions so you can have whatever this is that you're wanting to create. Wow. All right. I hope that's helpful. Beautiful messages. Take care.